Hey, y'all. I am author Gwendolyn Yarbrough, self-published author of 8 books and counting. Yes, 8 books and counting. To God be the glory. But we're going to talk about Pitfall. Y'all see this book right here? hmm Water in the Wilderness, honey. We're gonna get into it. I just read this whole book. Well, I read the major chapters in this book. It's a poem. It's a poem about a pit that got me closer to God. Um, you know what, baby? Ain't no author like me. I'm gonna put my own self on. Hey, sis, listen here, Clubhouse, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, baby. I'm putting my own self on. Ain't no author out there like Gwendolyn. Baby, the words that is in this book right here. Do y'all get into it? Get into it. Clubhouse, I'm sorry you don't have a visual. Honey, I'm putting my own self on the scene. God gave me, I know God gave me this book. I had to ask myself, girl, did you write this? I wrote it, y'all. Unapologetically, I wrote this book about this particular pit. I can't believe I wrote about it though. I did. I ain't ashamed. So we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna give you the outlines of the chapters, and then y'all say you wanted me to read. It's 14 poetic chapters. This is a poetic and prophetic book. At the end, I give a prophetic declaration. This book is real. Yes, I wrote about it. And may your pit lead you to Christ. Baby, I'm talking about it today. I'm putting it out there today. Um, I'm putting it out there. So for those of you who want to know, you can get this on my website, gwendolyn.com. You can pre-order the bundle. It comes as a bundle. For quick read, but there are powerful read. Quick but powerful. You know, a lot of people don't have a lot of time to be sitting down there reading 500-page books. I'm not that type of author. We get to the meat, the potatoes, and the sweet tea and water, and I get you on about your life. But I give you something that's good wood, gonna stick to you. So this is substance. It's short and sweet, but it has so much. Let me just get into it. So the chapters is transitioning. Y'all remember these chapters now, because I'm gonna ask y'all which chapter y'all want me to read, and I'm gonna put a disclaimer out there now. If you ask me to read a particular chapter, don't be surprised at what your ears gonna hear. I'm just gonna say that because this was a serious pit I was in. One night stand, tempo of love. I can't believe these are the titles of these chapters. On edge, desolate place, the flow of things. That was a good one. That was real good. Running on fumes. I'm thirsty. That was a real good one too. Order, oil, and yet no overflow. Oh my God, today. Just one drop. Fresh manna. Chapter 12, I hear the rain. Chapter 13, don't strike the rock. Chapter 14, yes and amen. And then I talk about water in the wilderness. What sustained me during this point in my life. Which chapter y'all want to hear? Y'all just want me to just pick one and get into it? Because this is what we're talking about for the next few minutes. It comes as a bundle. You get 4 books for $40. This book is poetry. It's more poetry style. Um, then I have a testimonial, mental health and wellness. This is Mental Health and Wellness Awareness Month. So if you have a child who is experiencing depression, suicidal thoughts, I highly recommend this book. I talk about how I overcame um, that season in my life. Then there is Permission that we talked about last week. And then Soulful Affirmations is $365. days of affirming something in your life. So those are the books that comes in the bundle. But let's get into it. Y'all just want me to pick something? Okay, because ain't nobody said nothing. All right. I'm gonna talk about transition. I'm gonna talk about we gonna read chapter 1, transition. As I mentioned in Sanctified and Sexy, Shape for Purpose, of the man God sent into my life for and on purpose. For this place of transition was to bring to my attention the things I desired, as mentioned, was now in my face while I was in detention. Baby, y'all better stop playing with me. Woo! Those past conditions made me second guess God's decision, and I prematurely entered a place now foreign but forgiven. My eagerness to love and the rumble in my stomach wasn't a bug, but a new remembered awakening of love. But wait, I thought I was numb and dead to such until this man showed up, making my heart thump. Y'all better stop playing. I spoke to myself and I believed it was just a fairy tale until I gave him my heart before he got on one knee, saying to myself, oh well. Yes, that hello, Miss Lady. He spoke so sweet, made me realize that God heard my plea. But how could this be? Because my ex-husband was still hunting me. Y'all better stop playing. Now, now playing a game of tug of war, I see Mississippi came prepared for war, but the battle hasn't begun. I thought we were just hooking up just for fun. But his demeanor let me know he wasn't about those games, and it was I he chose to one day have his last name. Huh? Y'all better snap y'all fingers in this place. Woo! I embraced the demand and immediately agreed with his words that I was his girl and he was my man. Thanks to a mutual friend, this new guy was becoming my new best friend. That is tradition. That's all y'all getting today. If you want to know about the pit that I experienced, you got to go on gwendolyn.com and go get this book and let it bless your whole life. We all have experienced a pit or multiple pits, but this particular pit, honey, um, it drew me so close to God. This particular pit, this particular pit, uh-huh, made me value me. This particular pit did. Hold on, y'all. I think that's my page. You Amazon? Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a good one. Y'all, we got some more books in here. Y'all better stop playing. GwendolynYarba.com. Go get y'all books out, go on and sign it and get it out of here. Quit playing. And use your coupon code ENJOY at checkout so you can receive 20% off. Um, Self-love. Come on here. If you had to tell your younger self something now, what would it be? Be a sheep. Come on, Amazon. Amazon gonna have to do better than this. Oh wow. Y'all better stop playing. Order y'all books. We have some more hard copies available. Can ship them out today. I would tell myself, find Christ quickly and follow him with all due diligence. Seriously, that's what I'll tell myself. Um, you know what about this particular pit? Um, Listen, Thank you, Miss Stephanie. Miss Denise, you're absolutely right. Self-love, there's nothing like it. Um, when I read that today, I said, "Ooh." So for those of you who read that, like, because I mentioned a part of that story about Pitfall, I first mentioned it in Far Above Rubies, which is this book. So Pitfall is like a more in-depth conversation about what I talked about in here. So yes, you need to get this book. That's my memoir, my story, my testimony. GwendolynYarber.com. Click the link in the bio. Um, hello, Alasia. So what I was saying about my pit experience in transition is we all have something. We do. We've all experienced some form of being far from God. hmm this pit is talking about that. But hey, we've all been in places we had no business, and then we wonder, how did we get here? What happened? This is not even me. Was I doing life that bad and that hard and that long that I just flowed with it? And that's what happened. I flowed with this pit. And before you knew it, I found myself in something longer than I realized I was in. Come on here. Thank God for delivering me. Listen here. And you know what? This pit was not a bad experience. And I want people to understand, because some people, please hear me. This was not a bad experience. It's just something that most Christians or believers probably shouldn't find themselves in, morally speaking. Okay, morally speaking, not because it's biblical. It's again, it's a sin, because you definitely can cohabitate with the opposite sex and not sin. So let's just be grown right here. Okay, this is a grown moment. You can cohabitate. They do it all the time. It's just, listen here, don't let people in your business until you get delivered. I have found out, shut your mouth up. Okay, take it to the Lord in prayer and leave it there. And ask yourself before you get to opening your mouth, can any of these people bring resolution, true resolution? Not your input, not your output. Baby, can they bring true resolution to your situation? Because if they can't bring true resolution, and I ain't talking about, oh, I'm going to pray for you. No, do you have a solution for my situation? If you can honestly say that these people don't have an honest solution for your pit, keep your mouth shut, take it to the Lord in prayer, and leave it there until He gives you insight, instruction, clarity. Okay? Please hear me today. If you don't know nothing else about my pit experience, keep your mouth shut until God bring you out, however He choose to. Keep your mouth shut, please. If you don't learn nothing else from me, learn that. But this pit, like I said, not all pitfalls are bad per se, because for a good minute, a good hot second, years, I was in this. Years I was in this pit. So it couldn't have been bad. Okay? Not that pit I'm talking about. If it was bad, I probably would have got out sooner. If it was trouble in paradise, I probably would have got out way sooner. Keep y'all mouth shut, y'all. That is the worstest mistake I ever made. Talking too soon, too quick. Thinking people can help me, and the enemy was using them to hinder me. Using what I said against me as if they the court of law. Come on, people. Shh. Don't tell nobody. Unless God Himself tell somebody. What about what and to who? So I just read For those of you just now coming in, I just read an excerpt from the book Pitfall, Water in the Wilderness. It's poetry, it's poetic and prophetic. And so I read the first chapter called Transitioning, and I'll read it again for those who are coming back in. Um, but this comes as a bundle on my website. You get 20% off using coupon code ENJOY. Um, yeah, but we're talking about pits that we experience, things that we get stuck in that we need God's help to get us out of, things that we sometimes get ourselves in or others get us in. And we need God's help and assistance and guidance and wisdom to get us out. And so I was telling the people, when you find yourself in a situation like so, to don't tell. And if you do tell somebody, make sure God led you to that person. Because 9 times out of 10, they're supposed to have a solution, a real solution for you to help get you out of that situation. Okay? And if the person you're going to, you know for a fact that you just want to vent and get it off your chest, it's best to shut your mouth. Okay? Please, that's wisdom. Please hear me on today. And so let me read this again. What's up, the word on wheels? Welcome everybody that's coming on in the room. We're having a book chat, Pitfall, Water in the Wilderness. I'm reading an excerpt from my book that is available on my website only. Comes as a package of 4, bundles of 4. So, and you get an additional 20% off at checkout. Those of you who are local, I have juices, 32 ounce for $99. They normally $45. And that's only because I use 100% organic fruits and vegetables, no water, no additives. It's natural. Um, thank you. It's all natural. No water added. And it's in a BPH free glass bottle. So I don't use any poor quality products. Okay. And so you get what you pay for. If it's not in your price range, I understand. It's okay. But you get 332 ounces for 99 for the month of May. And you get a 15% discount using coupon code SUMMER23, SUMMER23. So yeah, I have that available for local residents only, so they can pick up in store, or I can deliver within 100-mile radius of my business address here in Plano, Texas. Okay. All right. Anyways, let's get back into Pitfall. Chapter 1, Transitioning. As I mentioned in Sanctified and Sexy, that's this book. Shaped for purpose of the man God sent into my life for and on purpose. For this place of transition was to bring to my attention the things I desired as mentioned was now in my face while I was in detention. Those past conditions made me second guess God's decision, and I prematurely entered a place now formed but forgiven. My eagerness to love and the rumble in my stomach wasn't a bug, but a new remembered awakening of love. But wait, I thought I was numb and dead to such until this man showed up, making my heart thump. Y'all better give me some thump. We haven't spoken word midday spoken word. Come on here. I spoke to myself, and I believe it was just a fairy tale until I gave him my heart before he got on one knee, saying to myself, oh, well. Yes, that hello, Miss Lady, he spoke so sweet, made me realize that God heard my plea. But how could this be? Because my ex-husband was still haunting me. Now, playing a game of tug of war, I see Mississippi came prepared for war, but the battle hasn't begun. I thought we were just hooking up for fun. But his demeanor let me know he wasn't about those games, and it was he chose to one day give his last name. I embraced the demand, but immediately agreed with his words that I was his girl and he was my man. Thanks to a mutual friend, this new guy was becoming my new best friend. You gotta go read the rest. You wanna know what happened. You wanna know what happened in that pit. You gotta go read. Go get y'all book. She said, I want more. Go get y'all book. Order y'all book. I had to ask myself, you wrote that? And every word, even though it's poetic, is absolutely true. He said all those things. And that's what's so amazing is that when I was reading the chapters, it's all true. It ain't because it rhymed or went together. It was my reality. And so that's what's so amazing about this this poetic and prophetic piece, that it was all true, no fluff. So when you read that book, all truth, no fluff. Any of my books is all truth, no fluff. And so that's what's so amazing about, even though it's poetic, and a lot of people just say stuff because it sound good. Um, is this about your new future? No, this was an X. This is about an X. That pit is about an X. But it brought me to my future. Come on here, some y'all gotta go get this book. Y'all gotta get this bundle. But that's today's scoop. I'm not gonna keep y'all. I come on here just to give me a little bit. Because I'm putting myself out there. I normally haven't in the past. I wrote this book in 2018. I wrote this book in 2018, revised it in 2019 because I needed to add some things to it. But yeah, this is 2023, and I'm just now talking about something I wrote in 2018. I wrote this in 2015. I'm just now talking about it. I have a book in 2019 I wrote. Um, I started writing this book in 2012. I finalized it in 2020, 2021. I finalized this book in 2021. This is available 20 you get 20% off products. Um this is the only book I make absolutely no money off of. I make no money off this book. And I did that intentionally. First of all, you see all these pages, that's for you to do your work. And the key, I gave you a key. And because God gave me the key and told me to put in the book, I can't charge you. The only thing this book you're paying for is the cost of the print and shipping. That's all you're paying for. Even online, I don't get a dime for this book. So invest in this. Um, yeah, it is a very good. This is a key everybody needs. So that is the only book I have written so far that I don't earn any proceeds. So what this is a journal. This is a transformation journal. So these pages is for you. That's between you and God. And before you get done, by the time you get done with it, you should have your own book if that's what you decide to do with what God give you. But this is a daily journal. I give you a key to um that God gave me when I was trying to get clarity and direction and how to hear his voice. And I was inspired by two people, and I make mention of their names that helped me get to that point in my life. But this is a transformation journal. So please, it's not pages you have to read. You only have like 5 pages, I believe, that you actually read. And I may be giving it too much. One, two. You have 3 pages. Yeah, yeah, 3 pages to actually read, but the rest is your own homework. Psalms of Gwendolyn. God bless you, woman of God. Keep me in your prayers. I just stopped by for a second. Bless you. The word on wheels. Thank you so much. Oh wow, that's amazing because I'm writing a book. So go get this. Put it a part of your library. Um, put it a part of your library, and then the bundle of 4 part of your library. Come alive. will be available. Yes, it will. On Amazon by Saturday. That's my latest book. It's a deliverance manual, a self deliverance manual on how to apply the principles to experience freedom from strongholds, strong man spirits. So if you don't know by now, I have a deliverance ministry, and I don't be playing no games. All right. So yeah, that is today's excerpt of Pitfall. And so thank you for your time. Go to gwendolynyorba.com, order your copies, get your t-shirts, 20% off. You got it. Use coupon code ENJOY and go support Gwendolyn and Co. I thank you so, so very much for your time. And I will talk to y'all another day, honey. Okay? Have a great one. Talk to you later. God bless.